car on, turn it off, and we're gonna do that 5 to 10 times depending on the mood. And you wanna do that on an engine that's warm. You don't wanna start and stop an engine that's cold. I have a ginormous syringe here. It looks smaller in the pictures when I bought it. 1.5 liters. I did replace this reservoir when I did all the maintenance on the car. Top it off with fresh ATF. That squeaking Mickey Mouse sound, I don't know what that is. It happened a couple of times in the past recently before I parked it for winter. I think it's the starter, but I'm gonna remove all of the belts now and just start spinning stuff to see if anything feels wrong. We're done. I got over 1.5 liters of fluid out. There's still some in the syringe as well, and it looks pretty good. Still nice red color, and I did this procedure 2 years ago, and it just keeps the fluid fresh. When you see coffee color of this fluid, that's really bad, but this is really good. I did replace everything on the front of the engine when I bought the car, so all of the belts, pulleys, tensioners, rebuilt the alternator, bearings in the regulator, water pump, so nothing should be amiss. But let's see, that squeaking sound, I think is the starter, but let's verify. So let's check the pulley. That's fine. The lower one is fine as well. The alternator that I rebuilt sounds fine. Power steering pump. Yep, everything sounds fine. This is a Continental belt that I used. No cracks or anything. Installed brand new 3 years ago. Let's remove the AC belt. That belt is like brand new as well. Pulley, good. AC compressor pulley, good. So everything is rotating fine. Everything is still great.
Setting up your business phone system should...
I had a friend start the car while I was underneath with a stethoscope listening to the starter, and I think it's coming from over there because I can hear a resemblance of that sound coming from it. Of course, it wouldn't make that big screeching sound, but I'm pretty sure it's coming from the starter. Did you know that every single E39, starting from the least powerful one, I think 520, to the most powerful one, the M5, share the exact same brake master cylinder? Even though 520 has pathetic little brakes and the M5 has the big brakes and big calipers. And I owned an E39 530i, that was my first BMW actually, and I distinctively remember how much better the brake pedal feel was on that car compared to the M5. It's just a lot shorter, a lot firmer, and it just feels overall a lot better. And I did some research a couple of years ago to see if I can find a bigger master cylinder to fit on this car that can help with the brake pedal feel, because it's just really annoying, especially when you drive an E46 for example, and then I jump back into this car. Even though the brakes are 100 times better, like braking wise, the pedal is just not there. So my research brought me to this. This is the brake master cylinder from an E65, which is the 7 series that came after an E38. And physically, they're pretty much identical to the one in the E39. Except this connection here, it is M12, and on the E39 it's M10. So we need to use this adapter here to convert it. I'll leave the part number for that. But the reason I want to try this brake master cylinder is because it has slightly larger front diameter bore than the one on the E39. And I don't know much on this topic, but I do know that a lot of owners of E30s, when they do big brake upgrade kit, they use E32 master cylinders because they're bigger to help with the brake pedal feel. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Hopefully this helps and makes the pedal a bit more firmer. I posted this research a couple of years ago on M5 board, and a few people already tried this mod and they were all pleased with it. And as a bonus, you're getting a brand new master cylinder, and it's not that expensive. It's like 60 euro or something. The only thing that needs to be done besides converting this line is this flange needs to be grinded off a little bit so that the reservoir can fit. But other than that, everything else is plug and play. Since all of the hardware is coming out, I'm also going to replace the brake booster. It's not that expensive, and might as well put the new one in, since that one is, what, 20 years old now? Anyway, let's get cracking and see how this works. The brake master cylinder and the brake booster live under the cabin air filter box, so let's remove that. The booster and brake master cylinder need to come out as one. Then I'm gonna pull up the reservoir. I'm gonna try and not disconnect the clutch line yet, because that is a separate reservoir and there's more fluid in there. There we are. Oh, there's more fluid coming out. Perfect. Bravo! Bravo! Felt it in my hairs. That's good. The bastard. Can we just put this to the side and not remove it from the car? That's the reservoir out of the way. Now you can disconnect the lines. Oh, we need to remove this as well. Forgot. So you use a lot of brake cleaner, because brake fluid is really bad for the paint. But for now, let's go into the cabin. Gotta remove this panel to access the linkage of the brake booster and detach it from the brake pedal. It smells nice in here. Oh, the tree's in my way. City style. Don't remember buying that. Let's put that somewhere where I can step on it and brake it. Brake pedal. And this is where the brake booster attaches, and we need to remove these pins or whatever clips. Alright, so that's detached. So now I'm gonna detach the brake lines from the master cylinder under the seat. You really need these spanners when working with brake lines. This is a good one from Hazard. Everything detached and ready to come out. 2 nuts there and the brake booster can come out. Now, schnell, clean up the mess. Unbolt the old master cylinder. There we are. So the difference is quite clear with the flange. It's much smaller on the E39 and much bigger on the E65. So we're just gonna grind this off and then the reservoir can fit. Let's do some marking, I guess. Something like that. Kinda don't wanna grind stuff in here because I don't want metal shavings in my strawberry dessert. So I'm gonna see if I can do it in my neighbor's garage. Here it is. Got it done in the neighbor's garage and my dessert is safe. Just removed enough in order to clear the reservoir. But now I'm gonna test fit because maybe a little bit more here needs to come off. Let's see. Oh yeah, fits fully. Here you can see it clears it nicely. That's all it needs to be done. Gonna install the adapter. Use a bit of thread sealer on the threads because this does not need to come off ever again. Excellent. Now we can bolt it to the booster. There's foam inside. Now we can slap this back onto the car. Oh, mustn't forget the gasket.